Hey everyone, it's the Adams, Kimmer's Cooking, Adams 5, and we are in the middle of canning season. It's really starting to get up and going. So this video is going to teach you all about
plum jelly.
Jelly.
Okay.
Plum jelly. What's the difference between jelly and jam?
Jam has more puree, I guess is the best way.
Has fruit pieces in it. Jelly's just pretty much the juice. So just wanted to show you Kenan preparing plums.
I'll go ahead and tell you what I'm doing. So pectin is very important in jelly. Pectin or
Pectin.
Okay. I'm usually just talking.
Okay, would you just go?
Yeah. Okay. So the ripe ones, these are just plums. You take them, you submerge them in the juice, and then you just squeeze out the skin, and it comes off like that. Because the pectin is stronger in the core and in the skin. For the less ripe ones, you just cut off the top and the bottom. Just throw them in there.
Okay, and we are doing 4 quarts. I can't remember them. To how much water? Is it 4 quarts per cup?
There's 2 quarts in there. This is about 2 quarts right now.
What's the ratio? 1 cup of water per quart. So there's 2 quarts of plums. We would just add 2 cups of water.
Yeah.
There's 4. We add 4 cups of water, and then we're gonna let this simmer for quite a while, several hours. And we'll be back to show you how we get the juice. If you're wondering if we leave the pits in, we actually do. We find that it really does enhance the flavor.
It also has more
Pectin.
Yeah.
Make your jelly gel. Anyway,
yeah.
We will be back after we're done simmering this for a while.
Yep.
Hey everybody, it's Kim and Kenan. And we're continuing with our plum jelly. So here's what it looks like when it's all cooked down and ready to start the next step. This actually has been able to cool down. We just didn't get back to it, so it's all cooled off. What I've got going on here is a big bowl with a colander inside of it, and then we use a flour bag, or you have cheesecloth, double, tripled, whatever, over. Quadrupled over. Wow. This is just to get all the chunks out, so you're left with the pure juice. So, just gonna start pouring this in there. So, just so you can see, we're not going to film all of this.
Because it takes 3 eternities.
It does not.
It sure
That's
did when I did
the juice. Take a look in there. And that is what we are aiming for. The leftover stuff inside the towel, we'll strain it out. Go ahead and show you. I'm just going to apply pressure to get it all out.
Don't apply too much,
or you'll have a big mess like Kenan made last time.
Yeah. Not
using any names or, you know.
I was unsupervised, that's all I'm saying.
So it's my fault. Typical. Okay. So I'm going to keep working on this, and when we are ready to start boiling it with pectin, we'll be back. Hey everybody, we are done getting our juice from our plums. They do stain your fingers, so you know, you could wear gloves. I never do. So what we're doing now, we have 22 cups of juice. So we are actually going to add 4 boxes of the original Sure Gel pectin.
But it is, if you don't have 22, what is a single
so
batch?
5.5 cups for plum, 5.5 cups to 1 box. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our pectin, put this on the stove and bring it to a boil. And then we will add sugar from that point. We'll be adding a ton of sugar, but in a normal batch, 5.5 cups of plum juice would get be 1 box of pectin and 7.5 cups of sugar. So we will be back when we start adding our amazing 4 times 7.5 cups of sugar. Okay, so our jelly is about to start boiling. I'll just show you. I've got lids and rims heating up, and I've got my jars warming. They were dishwashed and I just put them in hot water so they're warm. I'll take a look in here, and we got a nice boil going on.
I'll try not to fog up the camera.
We're gonna add a crazy amount of sugar. I think I already told you guys 13 pounds.
And it'll bubble up when you add the sugar.
After you add the sugar, you've got to stir constantly for a minute or 2. We're probably going to do 2 just because of the amount, but I don't even have all the sugar in yet.
But you bring it up to boil, have it at a hard boil.
Yeah.
For
Didn't
1
I
minute.
say that in English?
I don't remember. This
Okay.
is cooking, not English.
Okay, so we're going to stir this constant. We're going to bring it up. Oh, it says stir it constantly. Bring it up to a rolling boil. I can't even speak English. I can't. After we get this all stirred in, we want it to boil for 1 minute. And like I said, we'll probably do 2 just because of the amount.
Or until it's ready, and we'll show you how to know it's ready.
And we also, with our plum, we like to add a little extra ingredient.
Okay, her little and my little on this ingredient is way different.
And we'll share that with you too. So we'll be back when this is getting close to being ready to jar. Hey everybody. So it boiled for 2 minutes, stirring constantly.
Look, a
we
wild spoon.
Lost a spoon. So the last thing we add to our plum jelly is about a teaspoon of vanilla, which it doesn't splatter you, and 2 teaspoons of almond per batch. So that was for vanilla 3, 6, and 8. All right, so I'll stir this with a different spoon. Can't believe you did that, Kevin. Okay.
That just works.
So what we're gonna do now is move it over to the counter. Okay, so you'll see there's some like frothy stuff. So you just kind of want to skim that off. You actually don't want that in your jelly. Just want that deep purple stuff in there. So we're gonna keep doing this. We'll come back when we're ready to do our first jar. Okay, so I have my warm jars. I'm gonna do 2 at a time. Really, really highly recommend getting a canning funnel. They're made to fit right inside the jars. They'll work for wide mouth or regular mouth. So, and we are gonna fill this up. There's a tool. I don't know what it's called, but there is a tool.
Would you like me to get the tool?
No, I got it here.
Oh, okay, you do. Fancy.
This measures your head space. So we're right between 1/2 and 1/4, which is where I like to be. I'm gonna fill this one up and then I'll show you another tool. And your jelly is really hot, so, you know, try not to splatter it on yourself because it will hurt really bad.
Molten sugar is always fun on you.
Okay. All right, so then I have this tool. Again, don't know the name. It's just a canning tool that I can come in here and get a rim.
It has a little magnet on the end of it.
And actually this is already together, so I'm just gonna use this whole thing. Put it on here. Twist. Okay. Lots of people will now put it in a water bath. I don't do that. I make sure it's firm and I just turn them upside down. Yes, it's a jelly. Yes, it's gonna stick to the top, but only for a little bit. Kenan will show you jars we did a week ago.
And I guess I'll explain the process of how you do it.
You can't just let gravity do it.
You can use gravity, but where's the fun in that? Can't really see it, but there is air bubble up here, not on the bottom. So basically, you either use gravity or you use a trick that's used from, I don't remember where. Physics, okay, well. That someone invented, well, used in a kitchen, where you basically grab it at an arm's length and spin it around. And then, well, it would be, yeah. You would take it from upside down, turn it right side up, and then spin. And then it'll release it pretty quickly. Sometimes there will be like an air bubble at the bottom. Can't see it, but there's a little one there. But it's better than it being on the top. Or you could just use gravity and...
eventually it'll fall down.
Yeah.
All right, that is our plum jelly. I hope you'll give it a try. And we'll be back with more canning videos as our garden produces and we find our given fruit. Thanks.
And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and comment any questions and that you have about cooking. We'll see you next time.